I can't say it's a good afternoon because it's not in the life that I live as a police chief. It's a sad, it's unfortunate, and it's a ridiculous time in our lives in this world that we're standing right here today on a Sunday, a day of worship, grieving over a 14-year-old that lost her life. We never have an opportunity to see a prom, never have an opportunity to graduate, never have an opportunity to enter college or the military or get a job. And then we have other victims who were victimized as well. What you see before me is a representation of the victims from last night at 1027. Well, you see here, you see the NAACP is represented here. The 100 Black Men United of North Charleston is represented here. You have the racial justice represented here, and you have a lot of community activists that's represented here. Why? Because these groups have always been working with our agency for the uplift of the African American people. Always. I can tell you all kinds of things that they have done to help us in that quest to make things, not easier, but make them more rewarding for the African American community. And it's a sad day that we have to be here today to talk about another death of another young person. We're actually right now following up leads. We're actually right now speaking to folks. We're receiving some good information. We want the community to continue to call us, continue to email us, continue to text us, because we're gonna bring this thing to where it needs to be at, and that's the solving of the case and to get it prepared for the solicitor's hand to prosecute. I really don't have anything else other than what you all need to ask of me.
Could you give us a little idea of what you know, what you've learned about the circumstances, how it happened, whether more people died?
No, only one person has died. This is ground zero.
Okay.
This is where the event took place last night. As you can see by the grass behind me, you can see a stage. You can see a bar. You can see all kinds of refreshments. You have those things at an organized event, a place that's prepared for that. The Coliseum, the River Dog Stadium, all kind of places like that, Riverfront Park. That's where you see these things, not in the community. So this was unauthorized. We in law enforcement had no clue about this. If we would have, we probably would have been able to save lives. So when it occurred, all our units responded here, and I believe the Berkeley County crime scene came up also. And that's just to show you exactly how this thing was so out of control. We had another agency, which we are bigger than them, to come out to help us with crime scene because we had so many crime scenes. From what we're gathering right now, there was some altercation, and then shots rung out, and individuals got shot.
So the scene was cleared pretty quickly. How long were you guys out here last night, and how quickly was it cleared?
Ken?
About 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock this morning we were out here. Yeah. So from 1027 all the way to 5 o'clock. Yes.
You know if there was more than one gunman, or do you have any idea whether it was one shooter or more?
Multiple. Yes. Yeah. Right now, we're still doing that report. Once we finish the report, we'll make sure you guys get that. I don't want to tell you something I don't know.
Do we know who the host of this event was, or if they were underage as well?
We've got an idea on the host that there's something that's going to be involved in the investigation as well. Yes, ma'am.
Is this an area that you guys are frequently called to? The largest teams you've been called to?
Well, to be honest with you, neighborhoods have been sheltered in place for a whole year. We all have experienced that. Folks want to get out and enjoy themselves. But we've never had it where this is set up. This is set up like a concert, So if they took the time to gather the intel to know exactly where they're going to have it at and set up in that manner, the whole purpose of it was all making money. But they made money at the cost of a life. They made money up, victimizing people. So this should have never happened. And if you have a piece of private property and you want to serve alcohol, you can't do that on private property. You can't make money off of alcohol on private property. You can do that in something that's own business. So this was illegal all the way.
So 14 people, it's a mass shooting. Was it or was it spray?
Well, I'll say this: individuals were angry at each other, and they didn't care who got hit. I can say that much.
Do you know how many of the 14 were underage?
No, not this time.
Do you know what, sorry, Chief, do you know what kind of guns were used?
Not this time. Not this time. We got to actually evaluate the shell casings, and that we will be able to tell you that. But we'll have that all put together in the final report. Yes.
If those involved were standing in front of you right now, what would you say to them?
Oh, hey, listen. That's why you have these people here. You have law enforcement, and you have the community. We just left the house, and it's sad because I know the family. I know the family. I keep seeing the same people I grew up with, same people I went to church with. I play sports with. It's the same thing. So we want to tell the folks who are responsible, just like we tell everybody, we are going to bring you in, and we're going to charge you, and we're going to walk this thing through Scarlett Wilson's office so that you get every bit of every day in jail that you deserve to have. Every bit.
Has there been an increase in crime in the North Charleston area over the past few months? It seems like there's been a shooting every other weekend or every weekend.
I'll say one thing about that question is this. We don't want anybody to get hurt and shot, but it's going on all over the place. And what we do, we're diligent. Basically, we predict. And we predict a lot of clubs that we have. And we had officers stage at the clubs. We call it predictive policing. But you can't predict something that you don't have any idea of. And then, as you know, some folks will always try to find a way to get around things. And they're not trying to get around it because it's the right thing to do. They try to get around it because it's the wrong thing that they're doing. So, yeah, we have uptake like anybody else. But we're out here grinding every day, trying to provide a safe environment. And we will continue to do that as long as I'm here.
Chief, I heard from a neighbor that there was some girls were from out of the area, maybe like Ashley Phosphate area, came down, and that might have been the trigger for the fight.
I don't know the motive, but I know one thing. Something happened here that should have never happened. It should have never been set up in the first place here. That's the first problem. And after that young girl lost her life and 14 other people got victimized, that's another problem.
You know the owner of the property by any chance?
No, but that's something we will find out. Yeah, yes.
So you said a little earlier there were multiple crime scenes while you needed help with Burgess.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Do you mean just here on this scene, or were there multiple across the city?
Well, anytime you have an initial crime scene as a shooting, folks leave and go other places. You consider that crime scene as well. Yeah, any place that a victim is a crime scene, basically.
Chief, I know this is kind of personal. You said you knew the family. Did you know the 14-year-old?
No, I didn't know her, but I know the family. Yeah, I did not know her.
Is there anything about her that you think would be worth that you think would be appropriate to share?
Well, most of all, most importantly, condolences to the family. And we know that the Bible says, God judges us by our hearts. And the 14-year-old girl, come on, she couldn't have had any problem with anybody. So all I can say about that is, I know that the Lord's going to give her a resting place. When that time comes, when we all got to see him, she'll be there.
What was the age range of those people here? Were they mainly minors?
Yeah, it was mixed ages. Yeah, mixed.
Do you know the conditions of all the other victims right now who were shot as well?
Not really. Of course, there's one person was shot in the air and things of that nature, but we have to take a look at everyone because we had to go to different hospitals as well.
Or any other injuries like that?
At this time, I can't comment on that.
So since you've been chief, you said a lot that this is your city.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean to you every time you get a call like this? How much more does it make you want to, I guess, try and fix it?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It doesn't make me want to give up. That's one thing. It doesn't make me want to give up. I'm a human being just like you are, young man. I weep like you do. I get sad like you do. I get down like you do, and I get stressed out. But the Lord I serve, believe me, His Spirit is in me. And I get out here every day.
All right, bro.
To grind for the people of North Charleston. And it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Because that's what the Lord said. I'm going to keep grinding for the people. We're going to make this place safe. We're going to have problems once in a while. But overall, we're going to live in peace.
What are the next steps in this investigation?
Oh, we already spoke to the family. We're going to keep them involved. The victim advocates are with the family. We're going to help them through the funeral process. And we're going to actually help them take that young lady to a resting place. And as we're doing that, the investigation goes as normal. And we're going to ramp it up, everything that we get from the community. Community, you all know how we do it. I know you may not want to say anything. I know about the stop snitching thing. He and I went to D.C. years ago on that.
That's right.
We know how it is, but guess what? That doesn't apply for this.
No,
It doesn't apply for this. Step up and do right by that young lady and those other 14 victims. Step up. See, my father always said to me, you're not snitching if you're telling the truth. He says a man that tells the truth is telling the truth. That's not snitching. Snitching is when you lie on somebody. So, the community's going to step up. Watch. They will. I believe in them.
Were there any other shootings you had to deal with last night?
Not that I know of. Anything else? Okay. No. Not that.
Were there more than 100 people kind of gathered in this space? Or?
I couldn't answer that question, but I know that when our officers got there, they saw a lot of folks leaving. You know, you could probably have 3 to 4 folks in cars. We don't know.
How quick was the response?
I'll have to get back with you on that, too. Yeah. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Good job, Deputy Chief. Yes.
And people were fleeing.
Yes, sir. I mean,
you were coming in.
if you look at it, there's not too many ways to get out of here. This is a close-knit community. It's been here for years. Yes.
On the flyer for where this event was, they said there was going to be security at the event. Do you know if there was security here, like the flyer said, or was there?
Apparently so. Yes, ma'am. Any questions of me? Okay. Any other folks?
Yeah.
Sorry. Forgive my lack of history research. How, in terms of mass shootings in North Charleston, how does this fit in that?
Sir, one shooting is massive to me. Yeah, one shooting is too much. So I mean, we're praying with everybody that's involved, but one shooting is too much for me. I just want to keep our minds on the families of the victims as well as the young lady that passed away. We got to keep the spirits up. Thinking about what they're going to be experiencing tonight, and the next day, and days after that. Yes. No, thank you.
Okay. I'm Elder Johnson from Racial Justice Network. First, my condolences goes to the family. And I want to appeal to the community. Somebody knows something out there to please get in touch with North Charleston Police Department. If not, get in touch with Racial Justice Network at 843-532-0787. Chief and I just had a conversation on last week in coming together to try to deal with the crime within the community. Racial Justice Network is in the process of setting up an 800 number that parents, you can call in if you have problems with your kids. So we're not just sitting back doing anything. It's just so hard to know when something like this is going to happen. If we knew it was going to happen, then we would possibly do something about it. But we got the communities in the organization working hard to try to deal with the problem. We just don't want it to get out of hand like a Chicago or something like that. So I'm also appealing to the business in North Charleston and the city of Charleston, where blacks spend their dollars. We need you to get involved in the crime in the community also. Get involved. We need your help in order to put programs and different stuff together for these young people. So I'm asking the business community to please get involved. Racial Justice Network will be letting the media know the 800 number where their parents, if they hear something, where their kids are saying, and they don't want to call the police department, call Racial Justice Network, and we will meet with that family and their son or their daughter to try to deal with this crime in the community. Thank you.
Black Men United.
Pastor Thomas Ravenel, United Black Men of Charleston County. Again, our prayers and condolences go out to the family. Also, we want to see, and the Chief Burgess touched on, and so did Elder Johnson, we have to get more involved. We have a theme that we say, see something, say something. It is very important that we report whatever information we have. Whether you may think it's not that important, let the police department make the decision how important it is. Whatever you saw on last night, whatever's you seen on social media, anything, any information, whatever your phone may have picked up, whatever pictures you might have taken by accident, we need that information delivered to the North Charleston Police Department. Again, we cannot continue to see crime in our communities, and we continue to get out our cars, close our blinds, close our curtains, and see criminal activity going on in our community. It starts with us. We must send a message out to those responsible. Secondly, we are asking the community to please allow the police department to handle this case. We are not looking for no personal detectives. We're not looking for personal PIs. We want the police to handle this case. So in other words, what I'm saying, no retaliation by family or friends, anybody. We know it's hard. Those of us who've been there know how hard it is to lose a loved one and stand idle and want to take action, but we can't. Because what we don't want is another parent crying that has lost a daughter, a son, or even both to senseless gunfire. So we're saying to the community, let the police, this is what they're paid to do. We're working hands in hand with Chief Burgess. We're working hand in hand with our state and local officials to make sure that those who committed this act on last night come to justice. But we don't need nobody taking the law in their own hands. Thank you. God bless.
Good.
Sir, a neighbor told me this wasn't a black or white issue. And I think he was trying to make a point that I thought was the shooting wasn't a black or white issue.
They have white folks out here?
No victims.
That kind of in your mind at all?
Well, when there's a mass shooting, we don't care. We're not looking at color. So we don't know who was here last night. So it don't make a difference. If one of the 14 were white, Asian, black, we don't care. We want the same information reported.
That's right. I don't know where that
Same
comes from.
justice.
Chief, appreciate you, man. I'm with you on this.
I do have one more for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
You said that Berkeley County was here. How many departments are helping with this investigation? Is SLED helping in any way? Anything like that?
Berkeley County really reached out because we need an extra hand with the crime scene processing. Yeah, I mean, we have sister departments like City of Charleston. Lutheran was not on the telephone early this morning. You have Charleston County Sheriffs. You have Dorchester County. But last night, Berkeley County was the department that actually lent a helping hand and said we can come up with our crime scene text. Yeah.
North Charleston Police.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, not at this time. Not at this time.
You mentioned there was multiple shooters.
Yes.
2, 3, 4,
Don't know. Don't know.
more than 6?
Don't know, sir. Don't know. Don't know. Yes.
I'm going to walk back to the house.
Okay.
with family.
Okay. Okay. No, thank you all. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.